1, 2, 3. Find that. You get to do it this time.
Welcome to Nerd and the Noob, episode 37. We talk about Fast and the Furious and a whole lot of shields.
Hello!
Hey! Welcome to the show!
We're only 37 minutes late.
My name is Greg. I am your nerd.
I'm Michael. I'm the noob.
And if you're here, you probably already know that.
Yeah.
But if you're new, welcome.
If you're new to the show and you don't know what's going on, well, you know, you and a million other people.
Literally, millions. Get us out there.
We do this live show every Sunday night around 8-ish.
Somewhere between 8 and 9 most of the time.
Yeah, you know, I was napping this time.
Closer to 9.
And Greg broke into my house.
And then broke out.
And then broke out to ring the doorbell. You are a moron, by the way. I'm asleep, and in my dream, I heard ding dong, and I sat there. I was like, and then I woke up and went, shit, was that real? I don't know if the doorbell, damn it, now I'm going to have to get up, and that way if it's somebody important. And then it was just him.
And it was just me. I'm sorry to ruin your dreams.
So yeah. Did you have a good weekend? Have you had a weekend?
I've worked the entire one.
Okay.
So no weekend.
No weekend.
No weekend. And your weekend chat explosion goes into the show. So
other than that, we wanted to make sure and mention that if you go to our Facebook page, we did have some pictures from the set of Cap 2, thanks to Marie. I said that wrong. Thanks to Marie Blankenship from Facebook, and she's gonna kick my ass for that later.
And she could.
Yep, she probably could. She apparently is in the town that Cleveland, where they're filming that, and she got some pictures of. I guess they were doing some car chasing or something like that.
Yeah.
And she got some pictures of that, so she's on the lookout for Chris Evans though.
Nice.
So yeah, she's gonna see if she can find him and snap some pictures.
We gotta send her some stuff, some like stickers or something.
Some stickers. Oh, that reminds me. Every time I go to the movie theater, I keep seeing this preview for like a local ad for people that make T-shirts. So I was thinking we should get some Nerd and the Noob T-shirts made up.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Other than that, I've only had one day of. This is about I've really only had one day of weekend. So. And Chris says he wants one. If we can get some made, we're gonna bring some Nerd and the Noob
I have
stuff.
some.
What?
I've made some designs. They're up for sale.
No, I want us to get some.
Spreadshirt.com/nerdandthenoob or look for Nerd and the Noob. There is a place on there to buy shirts. I made designs a while back.
I'd like to make a couple that just say maybe just hashtag NATN, and then under it just say Nerd and the Noob. Breaking news. Les and Carrie, the producers of the show, and his wife won free games of putt-putt last night.
This is breaking. It's literally going in the dock as we speak.
And
wait, now he's typing something else. Oh. Can't do the pitch.
The right stuff.
Okay, moving.
Now he's actually typing it.
We need to move into the show.
We can do whatever the hell we want. If we want to sit here and go, the right stuff, then we can do that. Just saying. We can do whatever the hell we want.
I think I started laughing like an Ewok today.
We can do whatever we want. Wait.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight.
All right, Kirk.
Oh gosh. Okay, stop. Alright.
Okay, what do we got now?
Hey,
Hang on.
One more. We're doing one more.
Last
Pick
one.
something quick.
Come on. We're putting him on the spot.
Putting the producer on the spot.
You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals. Oh, you and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
And we're done. Okay, that's it. We're done. Okay.
I needed that. I really did. I think I needed a good laugh. Oh, Lord. So, again, like I was saying, this is a live show. If you would like to watch us on Sundays, then watch for the notices on Twitter and Facebook every Sunday around 8-ish.
Central Time.
And we're at twitch.tv/nerdandthenoob. So, yeah, I guess we can move on to the long box
We
now.
should probably do that. Our first segment is the long box, and we've combined a whole bunch of stories to call the S.H.I.E.L.D. segment at this point.
Alright, so we've got, let me pull them all up first. We've got 3 separate stories that I can't seem to click on all of them. There we go.
Alright, I can take it.
And let's see. I'm really, really looking forward to this show, by the way.
So, yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, eh?
Oh yeah. Although, if it was on Fox, it'd get 1 season.
Wait, speaking of seasons, by the way, I'm finally caught up to the Netflix of How I Met Your Mother.
Did you catch up?
I caught up.
Did you realize it's going to be till next
Well, no, I still have to watch season 8, which is the one that just ended.
Yeah.
I can't find it anywhere.
Hulu.
Anywhere.
Hulu.
You have to pay for it.
We'll talk later.
Oh. Yes.
We'll talk later.
Okay. So, alright. So, first off, it's official. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ordered to series by ABC. First image and logo released. And I love the logo. I like it. I think it just looks...
Clean?
Yes.
Real
it's
clean?
A nice thing. Except for that stupid Entertainment Weekly.
Wait.
On it.
Are they sure that J.J. Abrams did not have part in this, though?
Why?
Because there is a lens flare.
I'm liking it. I can tell you, I only recognize 2 people in the cast.
Coulson doesn't count.
Coulson counts. And then if you're looking at the picture, guys, if you're following along with us live, there's a picture that we're looking at. And if you look at the picture, the chick on the right, the Asian chick on the right, she's been in several different sci-fi TV shows. Apparently, I screwed something up.
No. That's the producer.
No, actually, both. I went to the same one. What the bejesus? Hang on. Which one? I guess was it the middle link? Which
No,
one
the
did I
middle
get?
link works. We need the last one. I think. No, we have that one 3 times.
Dang it! Trying to get the right links here is just like a freaking job in and of itself. You buttholes. Let's try that again. It's the same link!
Okay. Why is that doing that? We messed up. Okay, moving on to the story anyway. Joss Whedon talks. I have white screen now. Can I get my screen back? Can I get my screen?
Wait a minute.
That's the same thing.
No, hang on. This is going to frustrate me now.
Read the...
It's actually the same link.
It's the same link. We screwed up.
10-4.
Okay.
Alright, so back to the other article. Where's it at? There you go. Finally, after numerous reports over the last couple of days that Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has been picked up by ABC, the network themselves have now made the news official. Included with the announcement was the following image of Agent Coulson and some of his fellow agents. Entertainment Weekly also unveiled the official logo for the show. As we heard yesterday, the first promo for the series will air during Sunday's season finale of Once Upon a Time, which we have since seen. I actually think we talked about that last week.
Yes.
We looked at the trailer last week.
Good trailer.
Definitely a good trailer. So let me hang on.
It's already been said. Coulson will come back to reprise his part. We don't know how much he's going to be in, but he's going to be in it. Go to the other link now for.
Let me double check. He said something about fixed.
He just pulled it.
Oh, okay. And then we've got a second one here. It says Joss Whedon talks Marvel's Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. They're not the fancy ones, is the quote.
This is from IGN actually. It's a great time for fans of both Joss Whedon and fans of Marvel. Marvel? I'm starting early today. of Marvel and the many of us who include ourselves in both groups. Now that Whedon is launching a new TV series, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. this fall. At ABC's Upfront last week, I spoke to Whedon about S.H.I.E.L.D. to get a few comments about the return of Agent Phil Coulson, the character J. August Richards plays in the pilot, and what the show will be week to week.
IGN TV, Coulson's back, but I'm assuming it won't be that simple. Joss Whedon says, not simple, you're right. IGN. So we will find out in the first episode, this is why he's back, or will it be more of us figuring it out as we go along?
Whedon, all I say is, it ain't a fan wank. That's a quote. It's not one of those things we gloss over.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. producer reveals Luke Cage is not in the pilot.
That's
IGN, your fellow executive producer Jeffrey Bell told me that J. August Richards' character is not Luke Cage. It is someone we'd be surprised by.
Whedon. He's just a guy. I mean, the whole point of this show is they're just guys. They're not the Avengers. They're not the fancy ones. They're the people that got sort of hit in the blowback of the super world. So he's kind of an everyman. He appears to be a very fierce everyman.
IGN, it looks like it's going to be sort of a smaller splinter group of S.H.I.E.L.D. like Coulson is leading. Will they be traveling a lot week to week?
Yeah, we really want to hit the idea that S.H.I.E.L.D. is a global organization, both in terms of what the show means and also just in terms of the visual palette of it. We want to be exciting and different every week. So yeah, they'll be on the road a good deal.
IGN, fans can't resist asking what superheroes will show up from the comics. I've seen you say you want to be careful, though, to somewhat divvy that out and not load up the show with that sort of thing, right?
Whedon, it's not what the show is about. The show is about the 6 people who are in the show, and very week, and that's supposed to say,
and every week
we'll meet somebody that they have to deal with. Some of these people will be very sympathetic, some of them will be evil, some will be from the Marvel canon, some will reference it, but it's not an Easter egg hunt. It really is just about the lives of these people as they're dealing with this super world.
That's a good article.
Yeah, it's a good interview with Whedon, and I really like that he's sticking to his guns, that he's not going to make it a superhero show.
Yeah.
That it's going to be about the characters you've seen, and it's not going to be about the guest stars.
Well, now here's a problem. Here's my question, though, when you come to there. He's like, oh, they'll be dealing with bad guys and this, that, and the other. I mean, are they going to deal with stuff like, what's that, Hydra?
Yeah.
He wasn't really superhero or super villain. He was a super bad guy, but he wasn't super villain, so maybe modern day versions of that. Yeah.
Skull's a super villain.
Well, you get where I'm going, though. Hydra wasn't.
AIM, I think, as far as AIM and Hydra and a lot of those things, you'll probably see referenced, but as far as I can tell from what they're saying, it's going to be like Backlash, because, at this point, they're going to be mutants. Like, I'd be willing to bet they feature mutants, and they feature regular super-powered people, even a few more mechanized people.
The mechanized would be cool. I just hope they're careful because, like, I watched that show with Michael Chiklis,
The Shield.
No. The Super Family one.
The Super Family, yeah.
It was not that good.
No, it wasn't. No.
Like the weekly everyday.
But they tried to make it they tried to force a comedy.
Like then you got what's the other failure you had lately? The Cape.
The Cape. The Cape was weird. Like I kind of enjoyed it. I watched it.
The Cape was a comic book brought to life. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
And it was okay.
Had a weird premise.
It just wasn't. Yeah, I mean, it just bombed a little bit, in my opinion. What other comic book stuff do you got out there, though? That's the thing. And I'm not saying S.H.I.E.L.D. is a comic book, but if they do it
that's
right,
where their world is based.
It could be. If they do it right, then it could come out of that well. Then Whedon was the one that did Buffy, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Buffy had super powered beings, with the vampires and all that stuff in it. So he knows how to make that stuff come down to Earth.
He also
that's one of the things I like about the Marvel movies. Is even when you were watching Avengers, you would look at Thor and you wouldn't look at Thor and go, oh my God, he's such a powerful god, yada yada. He was a dude who just happened to have some powers.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the things I liked about the Marvel movies is they feel more down to earth.
That's the whole point of Marvel.
Right. Well, and they did. They feel more down to earth, even with somebody like a Thor, who is a god.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whereas with DC, you've got Superman, who could be considered a god because of his powers, who was raised human. But every time you watch a Superman show, movie, anything like that, it always feels out of reach. Like, does that make sense?
There's Marvel and DC are two completely opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to their superheroes.
Right, but that's what I'm
DC
saying.
is they're the universal, they're the galactic, they're multiverse and everything else. Marvel is always down to earth and everything else.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. You know, I'm worried for the show because obviously, you know, any show I like just tends to get canceled. But I just want to make it known that Whedon has done this kind of thing before.
Give it, and I've seen a few episodes of it. I know it's popular. Give it a Hawaii Five-0 feel, like the new show.
I watched it for a while. It was pretty good.
But put it in that, you know, the genre that they're working in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, pepper. You know, drama is there, action is there, pepper in the comedy, and I think it'll be good.
Well, I mean, another thing he was talking about, they were going to be. You're gonna have to go grab that remote.
Fantastic.
He was talking about how they'd be traveling a lot, and I'm like, okay, well, how do you travel that much with a TV show? I mean, wouldn't it be easier to base these guys in obviously the one city where every superhero is, but never actually shows up?
New York,
which that's the only thing about Marvel that irritates me. So I mean that kind of worries me.
It doesn't matter what you're worried about. Overall, let's cut it right here. Overall, you're gonna watch the show.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I like Coulson. Here's the question. Here's the question now, and this is how you base a show's popularity, in my opinion. Is it a DVR or is it I watch it the night it comes on?
See, I don't watch much of anything the night it comes. Okay, that's a lie. If I catch it, I watch Hell's Kitchen. The night of.
Big Bang Theory, I watch the night of if it comes on.
I think I've missed like 2 weeks. I did buy season 1 though.
Nice.
Yeah, we're slowly watching it.
I've got like 3. Anyway, so
I don't think DVR it, and I think it should be more like DVR it, catch it, or catch it if I can.
Depending on if it's good or not, I'll watch it a couple of times. Because as much as they say there's not going to be Easter eggs, there's going to be Easter eggs.
Oh, of course there's going to be Easter eggs. All right, so what number 1 low-level baddie would you like to see?
I'd like to see new ones.
I mean,
no, that's just
one
it.
Current
no, that's it. DC used the old Batman animated series, Batman Beyond, Justice League to introduce characters that have since become canon characters.
Right.
You know, Terry as Batman Beyond, Harley Quinn, you know, she was created through that cartoon.
Right.
So I think they have an opportunity in the Marvel Universe to bring in new blood and new characters that it doesn't happen anymore. And that's a whole behind the scenes things. Like, creators don't create new characters anymore because Marvel will own them at that point. They go, that's a fantastic idea. I'm going to go to Image. And they write that character in Image. This is a great time for some of these creators and writers to create characters for the Marvel Universe.
Right. I could see that. All right, I'll give you that. I was just saying, the one thing, or I was going back to an earlier point, the one thing I do like is with Coulson in it, I hope he stays kind of mainstream in it. Because I like him so much. I watched the Ultimate Spider-Man show, and I liked his voice work.
Yeah.
As Principal Coulson. You know, I like that kind of stuff. So I like him. I think it's going to be good. I love the preview. Like, it looks like the preview, they've got some good actors going in there. I agree with you, though. I think it's a good time. If they want to try to introduce new blood, this would be an amazing way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
they could throw some new character out there and then see if anybody likes it. And then they could suddenly we see a new Marvel Universe title starting, 4 months from now. And it's so-and-so that we just saw on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
So, moving on?
I think we can move on.
All right.
Not me.
Get rid of those 2 stories.
Boop, boop. All right, so moving on to the next thing.
You love this, so go for it. You first.
This was something that was found on newsarama.com.
By the way, okay, so the story we're doing now is 10 things Geoff Johns added to the Green Lantern Mythos. And before we get into the story, I order comics through Discount Comic Book Service, and I got an order in yesterday, and I opened it up, and they gave me a complimentary. Remember that book that I mentioned? It was the top 50 graphic novels from DC.
Yeah.
Well, they sent me a reader to it.
Yeah.
And what was funny is, like, you go through and, your top 2 were Watchmen and Dark Knight Returns.
Right.
And then so on. But towards the middle, you get, like, here's all your Batman stories you should be reading, which is, I'm really considering just, here's a list of things I want.
That's all right. I think in the next,
But no.
in the next 3 weeks
The Green Lantern one, not kidding, every story was Geoff Johns. Every single story was Geoff Johns. Flash, Geoff Johns.
Well, that reminds me. I know it's in there, but did you see they're going to be releasing the Flashpoint soon?
Yes. Anyway, go to your story.
So what this is, like you said, this is something we found on Newsarama. 10 things Geoff Johns added to the Green Lantern's mythos.
He's leaving after about 10 years on the on the character.
Whoa! No, I didn't read that part. What?
He's leaving.
I can't read Green Lantern anymore.
Yeah, Geoff Johns is leaving every Green Lantern title.
What?
And he pretty much wrote every Green Lantern title.
What's he going to?
He writes Justice League and Aquaman right now.
Okay, I still read Justice League.
And Aquaman's good.
I still read Justice
Read
League.
the article.
And so after 87 issues of this ongoing solo series across 2 series, to say nothing of the annuals, Rebirth miniseries, Secret Files special issues, and Green Lantern Corps, I totally lost my thought. Green Lantern Corps co-writing chores and GL propelled event Blackest Night, Geoff Johns has stepped down from his leadership role of DC's Green Lantern franchise with his final issue, Green Lantern number 20. What?
During his 9-year run with the character, Johns has turned Green Lantern into one of the most published, well-known, and highest-selling properties, arguably eclipsing even Wonder Woman in terms of profile. The writer has also given a lot to the series and franchise in terms of story and concept. Here are the 10 biggest additions he's given to the mythology. The reason this story is in the long box because we both have grown an affinity to Green Lantern.
Now.
Real quick, before you do this, what the first thing that you remember for Green Lantern? Why did you pick up a Green Lantern for the first time? This goes back old. My story is old.
Oh, I have no idea. I just started reading them again. I didn't really read DC back in the day. What did I pick it up for? Oh, I know why I picked it up, because of Baz.
Okay.
When we first started this show,
Baz.
the DC was releasing their new 52 number zeros. I saw the new Green Lantern pick of Baz. I can't remember what his last name is, or his first name.
That's his first name.
But he had the Arabic tattoos and everything, and that was amazing to me. Like, you didn't see a Indian or a Muslim, no characters like that. And for somebody to bring something like that, I thought it was amazing. And so I started reading Green Lantern because of that. I'm also reading the New Guardians now because of that.
So much there.
There is so much.
Mine predates Geoff Johns, and it was a Wizard magazine. For anybody who's been reading comic books long enough, we both used to get Wizard all the time. It had a really shitty price guide in the back, but the articles in it were really cool. There was a picture of a cover, and it was Hal Jordan with like 15 rings on, and he'd gone crazy.
It's Ion, right?
No, that's where he went crazy. That's after Coast City is destroyed, and it's one of my favorite story arcs. I now own that entire run.
I really need to get your Green Lantern box. Like the whole thing.
It took me probably 10, 15 years before I finally collected that book itself. And it did not disappoint. When Hal Jordan goes crazy, boy, he goes crazy. Okay, so let's move.
There's just something about this series. Like as I'm reading it, like I started reading it for the bat because of the Bat storyline, and I've just read it, and it's just so good. Like just the Green Lantern stuff. Now I haven't read. I will admit, I will probably go back and buy the trades of the Red Lantern, the Green Lantern Corps, and we've been reading the New Guardians online. I will probably get the trades of the New Guardians.
New Guardians is pretty.
Is that all of them?
Like the good
There's
art.
4. There's Green Lantern Corps, New Guardians, and Red Lanterns, right?
There's probably another one somewhere in there.
It's either 4 or 5. And so, yeah, I really enjoyed this. I'm actually a little worried for the series when he steps down.
I think it'll be fine. He's still involved in DC. He's just stepping down as the writer.
But like I said, I also read Justice League now. I'm actually paused on it because I'm missing one issue that I've already skipped it. I'm missing issue 15 of the new run. And I read 16 by accident the other day and went, what? I totally missed some stuff. So I gotta get 15. And then I actually have all of those. I'm not reading Aquaman, but you said he's reading. That's all he's writing right now is Aquaman and
maybe one or two
Justice
other
League.
things.
I'll have to look because he's by far Johns is my favorite writer.
Okay.
Period. I will. There's a good chance I go through and collect Geoff Johns and not
just Green Lantern
and not just a specific character. I may just go through and go, okay, how can I find Geoff Johns? What all does he write? And just start taking it all in. Because I've not read anything so far that he's wrote that is bad. If you haven't read the Justice League one, remind me to get you the trade that I've got. You're going to laugh your butt off.
Let's move into the article.
Oh, come on. I can't
move
talk.
into the article.
Alright, so number 10 of one of the top 10 things that Geoff Johns did to the show, or to the comic. Hal Jordan as a hero. It seemed almost ridiculous to think of now, but prior to Green Lantern Rebirth, Hal Jordan hadn't been the regular Green Lantern for more than a decade. Having gone rogue in 1994's Emerald Twilight, which is what you were talking about, storyline, when he killed the Guardians and destroyed the Corps.
Again, then, super epic storyline.
I really need to bring me your Green Lantern box.
Since then, he's redeemed himself by sacrificing himself to reignite the sun in 96, the Final Night event, and returned as the Spectre as a result of 1999's Day of Judgment crossover. But the idea of Hal as a Green Lantern, especially the premier Green Lantern, was something abandoned to nostalgia and wishful thinking. Within just 6 issues, Johns changed that, and without damaging then current Kyle Rayner, my favorite, reputation surprisingly. Maybe there was room for multiple GLs. Going on.
Number 9. Rings more than just magical plot machines. Early on in Rebirth, Green Arrow tries to use a green... Stop it. Green Arrow tries to use a Green Lantern ring and, well, pretty much fails. That was a shift from the past when it seemed as if anyone could use the ring if they wore it. Remember the early days of Gerard Jones's run when the rings were stolen by rednecks, and a decision that made every single lantern seem that little bit more impressive. Yes, even Gnort.
I like Gnort. He's a dog.
Simply stating that it's actually difficult to muster up the willpower to do anything with the ring. Never mind use it for superheroics. Was something that made the lanterns just a little bit cooler. Which I think is, I mean, you don't get chosen to be a Green Lantern and then get this ring because it's easy.
Yeah.
You get chosen because you can do it.
And he's helped with the mythos on that. No fear. One of the biggest retcons of Johns' take on GL mythology was the importance of fearlessness. The ring bearers weren't chosen because they were without fear, but because they could overcome fear.
Which I will state that version of it made it into the movie.
Yes. Something that once made the lanterns a little bit more relatable for the reader, and removed one of the more outrageous parts of the core concept, which had even been parodied within the series itself. Not to mention, it tied in with
something inside so strong. Before Johns, the Green Lantern Corps was powered by a giant Green Lantern and cosmic energy that we didn't really want to think too much about. Now, of course, we know that it's also powered by Ion, which I know nothing about, an avatar created by the green wavelength of emotional spectrum. And that Ion is only one of the 7 such emotional avatars in the universe. that Ion shared the Green Lantern, giant Green Lantern with Parallax, the Fear Avatar, explained multiple plots from previous Green Lantern stories, and also set up a number of new ones, opening up the Green Lantern mythology to a whole new army of lanterns of different hues. Amazing! Which brings us to... There you go. You like this one.
The Rainbow Connection. Once upon a time, there were the Green Lanterns plus one villain with a yellow ring and one star sapphire. Johns took these elements as a starting point and built an expansive, occasionally ridiculous universe around them, taking multiple threads of lantern lore to the natural conclusion. These days, it's hard to imagine there being no Sinestro Corps, Indigo Tribe, or Black Lanterns, but all that comes from Johns' time.
I need to read the Black Lantern stuff because they kind of tapped into that.
I have a lot of Blackest Night.
They tapped into that in the new series.
Yeah.
And I don't know very much about it at all. Like, I know in Blackest Night, Flash even becomes like a White Lantern.
No, he's a blue. He's Hope.
Well, whatever. You get where I'm going. I need... There's a lot of the stuff pre-New 52 that I apparently need to read. Which...
We'll get in that later.
Which irritates me a little bit because, as I understood it, New 52 was supposed to be a reboot.
Except for Batman and Green Lantern.
Which is bullshit.
I'll explain it later.
Okay,
Moving on.
Number 5. 2 Green Lanterns to every sector. On the face of it, the notion that every space sector should have 2 Green Lanterns instead of 1 is an unimportant one that's just a fix for the how can we deal with having multiple human Green Lanterns at once. Problems that plagued the franchise for the last 20-odd years, but there's actually something wonderfully elegant about the way in which it opens up the Green Lantern concept to dramatic possibilities.
Now you're just helping the game.
I'm going to be helping the game. Depending on... Let's see, where was I at? Creating tension and or comedy within each sector, depending on the pairs that are created by the new rule. Plus, it doubles the amount of Green Lanterns out there for the creators to tell stories about, which is nice. Let me tell you guys that are listening to this and not watching it live, the reason I'm saying Green Lantern so much is because every time we say Green Lantern, they've decided they're going to take a shot in
we
the
don't know
chat room.
of what, but they're going to take a shot every time.
They may be taking a shot of Coca-Cola every time we say Green Lantern, but for me it makes me giggle and it's kind of fun, so I may say Green Lantern.
I'm really going to make you a shirt that says makes me giggle.
Makes me giggle. Shut up! Give me a shirt. Leave me alone. Number 4.
Structure to the core. I'm going to summarize this simply. He helped create the modern day Green Lantern Corps. Like
what was it before?
Well, first of all, it was destroyed. Okay. Before his run, it was dead.
Okay, I got
He
that.
came back in. He created the structure inside of it. Who did what? How they did it? And it wasn't just here's the core or here's 6 Earthlings that are in the core. He actually created a lot of what the core is about now.
Yeah. You mean which kind of core?
The Green Lantern Corps.
Oh, okay, that one. Gotcha. Then we got number 3 as the Alpha Lanterns. Who watches the Watchmen? Oh wait, that's a different comic. But Johns, with the help of Grant Morrison, came up with the Lantern's own internal affairs division with, I've not read this by the way, with the only somewhat terrifying Alpha Lanterns, cyborgs whose hearts were literally replaced by Green Lanterns, which allowed them to depower Lanterns who were judged to be unworthy of the power and responsibility they possessed, both fulfilling a need for the Corps and material for future storylines, particularly in Final Crisis and Green Lantern Corps. There's the one I keep forgetting. The Alpha Lanterns were the first true signs that perhaps it wasn't the Guardians that were unknowable, but just downright up to no good.
Next. I'm kind of interested to see what 1 is.
Number 2!
The Guardians as villains.
Stop that! Sorry, my screen keeps scrolling on me.
Number 2 is the Guardians as villains.
Really?
Go back up. There we go. The depiction of the Guardians of the Universe has varied widely throughout the years, depending on society's take on authority figures in general, and the Green Lantern series' take on the concept in particular. They've gone from being all-knowing, benign overlords, to out-of-touch bosses who need to spend some time learning about humanity, from aliens with an agenda that we can't understand, to, well, there's that...
They are total badass guys right now. They are like just straight up emotionless.
Oh yeah, they are villains. They're straight up villains.
Oh, bad guys.
They were when I read it. They were just there, but they didn't do anything. They are bad guys now.
Oh yeah, they are the bad guys in Green Lantern right now.
So you're saying Green Lantern's bad guys?
I'm saying that the Green Lantern Corps' bad guys are the Green Lantern creators.
The Guardians of the Universe.
Correct.
Who created the Green Lantern.
They did.
Okay, next.
Okay. And then we're going on to what they consider to be number one. The First Lantern.
I have not seen this.
I've only read a little bit of it. It's okay, so because obviously I haven't read the whole spectrum of the comics. It says, who is the First Lantern? Well, it was revealed to be Volthum, a name familiar to fans of DC's Silver Age Earth 3. Are you familiar with Silver Age Earth 3?
No.
Okay. And being charged up by the Guardians before the creation of the Green Lantern Corps to defend the universe, who ended up being imprisoned by the Guardians due to his vast power. Guy is straight up out his mind.
Another piece of John's expansion of the Lantern's creation myth. The First Lantern suggests that the Guardians have been up to shady business for quite some time and complicated the good versus evil worldview of the organization as a whole. So
this was an amazing article, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, definitely check this article out.
I was unaware that this all of this was Geoff Johns.
In 9 years.
I was unaware. Like, to me, Geoff Johns is Green Lantern.
The series I have goes from like 94 to 2007, I think.
Yeah, this is...
No, 2000.
Geoff Johns is Green Lantern to me. Like, you know, I was talking about trying to collect Nightwing and all that, and I'm probably going to give that up. I'm probably going to... I may even drop my subscription to it because I've got like 3 of them in there I've not even read yet. Mm-hmm. Just because I'm not feeling that. Mm-hmm. I may start going back and starting with Green Lantern maybe, and finding all of Geoff Johns' work.
You've already said that.
You mean all his Green Lantern stuff?
Yes, the Green Lantern. Okay, let's move on to our next story. We kind of dug Green Lantern into the ground a little bit and dug him under our heel until there was a little Green Lantern pile.
Now most of the chat is either hyper or extremely buzzed. I'm telling you, if they do shots, I want pictures one of these days of somebody in our chat going, okay, hang on, and just doing shots. Because we keep
at this
doing
point,
something.
it's like quarter shots.
Yeah, no, they're like, there we go. Next thing we've got is some more DC thing related items. Could we see a team of heroes in Arrow Season 2? I'll let you take this one because I led the other one. Go for it.
Okay. Actor Colton Haynes is getting a bump from recurring character to series regular for Season 2 of Arrow. And since his introduction into the show, there has been speculation about whether his character, Roy Harper, will join Oliver Queen as he does in the source material. Though he doesn't confirm it, the actor spoke with MTV. Who in the hell is speaking with MTV these days?
No, go ahead.
About important DC characters coming to the show. A few of the most important DC characters are going to be coming to Arrow, says Haynes, and quite possibly working in a team together. So possibly the Justice League?
I was going to say, do you think this may be pre-Justice League?
I think they find some way to shoehorn, even if it's just his cape, Superman into this.
Okay, so now here's one thing I got to do. I didn't watch Arrow.
I've watched the first half of the season. I have to watch the rest of it, so I have to get it on Hulu or something.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that it would show up on Netflix. Season 1 would show up on Netflix, so I could just weekend it and watch it all. But I haven't seen it yet.
It's good. The main actor, sometimes a little dry, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it. Apparently, it gets better as time goes on.
Here's some of the questions from the article. What team do you think we will see in the series? Could it be an early version of the Justice League? Or will it be Team Arrow, consisting of Oliver Queen, Roy Harper, and Laurel Lance?
I kind of like that idea.
I don't know Laurel Lance.
That's
the chick, right?
Yeah, Black
Canary?
Yeah.
Time will tell, but check back here on any new characters joining the series in the future. What do you want to see join? Who do you want to see join Arrow in its sophomore season?
I kind of like the whole
it could be a Teen Titans thing showing up.
True. Also, him and Green Lantern seriously not trying to do this.
You mean Arrow and Green Lantern?
Yes. There was at one point a Green Arrow, Green Lantern title. Like, they adventured all the time. They were together when it was discovered that Roy Harper was a drug addict.
Ah, gotcha. By the way, you really gotta read Justice League.
Okay, I'll read Justice League.
Okay, just saying. It's hilarious. Hal is just straight up funny as all get out.
I'm more better. I think I like the fact that just keeping it as an Arrow family better than.
You don't think a Teen Titans thing would be kind of neat?
Well, they kind of
like they could throw a Nightwing in there. They could throw a Beast Boy. Well, maybe not a Beast Boy.
Not on television. I think Beast Boy would just be too difficult.
They could do a Nightwing. They could do the. They could throw Cyborg in there.
Superboy.
Superboy would be a good
Connor
one to throw
would be
in
good.
there.
So what you're basically telling me is you want to turn Arrow into Young Justice.
Absolutely.
And that would be a live
I can't tell you what it is, but the middle of that show for me just sucked. And then after you got over that little hump, it was like, amazing! Oh my god! I love that show. I was so mad they canceled it. And yes, I did just do that.
So, never mind.
So, that's good news to hear. Next story in the long box, the last story in the long box, is this is all you, my friend. Everything you want to know about Xbox One. And that's tiny writing.
Good God. Okay, so I'm going to fly through this as best as possible.
Here.
Hardware. I need hardware. All right, no, I don't need the keyboard. I just need... Okay, give me this. We're passing stuff over, people.
I'm totally giving him the mouse for this one.
Okay, so I'm going to go over as much of this as I can. I don't understand it all. Here we go. The Xbox One architecture consists of 5 billion transistors and 8 gigabytes of RAM. Other features include a USB 3.0, Wi-Fi Direct, a Blu-ray drive, nice, native 64-bit OS, variable power states, and the promise of near silent operation. That'll be nice because at the moment I could wake a zombie with my Xbox.
My PlayStation was like that.
So gone are the days of the Xbox boot that sounded like a jet engine taking off. I will agree. The chat says it looks like a VCR. It's a big ass box. But
wait. By the way, my favorite thing that I've heard about from the release or the what do they call it? The press release of all this. Mm-hmm. My absolute favorite thing was the fact that people watching it live on their Xbox Connects, their Xbox kept turning off. Because in the middle of it, the guy would go, Connect! Menu! And on the screen, his Connect menu would come up, but then everybody who's watching it on their Connect at home, it would go, okay, boop, and shut theirs off.
As rumor... Let's see here. Where do I go here? On the software side, Xbox One is a patchwork of 3 individual operating systems. It contains the best features and familiar accessibility of an updated Xbox OS, the basic kernel of the latest Windows system, and a third OS that connects the previous two to create seamless multitasking. Wow. As rumored, it will ship with a redesigned Kinect 2.0. The new camera boasts a powerful 1080p HD RGB camera and 30 FPS color, and is capable of transferring 2 gigs of data per second to reduce latency to within billionths of a second. By the way, can I mention that the person who says this the best is L. Lily. She's a total tech head.
Oh, gotcha.
If I could have taken a video of her talking about this, it'd have been better because she knows what most of this stuff means.
Aha.
I know what some of it means, but she's the tech head.
Let's jump down, but I'll ask: are you going to buy? If you had the $700 to pay for
I don't think it's going to cost $7 when it comes out.
Whatever it's going to cost, would you buy it?
Yes, because I need to connect.
Why do you take mine?
Really?
It's right there. It's right under the TV.
Look, I love my Xbox. I play games on it. I watch DVDs on it. I Netflix, everything. And there's a sports thing here. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. That's Smart Glass. Features and apps. So let's see what we're featuring here. It will utilize cloud saving for all game and application files. It also comes with a baked-in dedicated game DVR. I gotta know what baked in means, because it mean like
Probably an actual hard drive on the or in the Xbox.
oh, replaces your DVR. Providing recorded video, which can then be edited through the console and shared online, which means everyone's gonna become a YouTuber.
Yeah.
To provide a more streamlined service, developers can take advantage of Xbox data centers to create a living, thriving world with access to real-time data based on player feedback. Don Matrick mentioned that the Xbox won't be able to talk to all living room devices, but more on this feature will be detailed at E3.
Wait. Couch. More comfortable.
Cooler. Beer me. It'd be funnier if I drink beer.
Okay. Cooler. Wine cooler me. There we go.
Wine cooler me. Bitch beer. Navigating with
Toilet.
flush. Xbox flush toilet.
By the way, you can have that connected if you want it. I'll have to ask Gina for sure, but we don't ever use it.
Navigating with voice and gesture controls will be easier and more intuitive than ever. A sample command of Xbox on, which, by the way, heard things about this. Think about you're talking to your buddy. Like, I'm screaming at you. Why do you always leave my Xbox on?
No, I'm just liking the fact that we're finally moving into that direction. It may be...
What do you... At some
it
point,
may
you
be
think
the prehistoric version of it, but I'm excited for a smart house kind of thing. Where you walk in the door and you're like, lights. Or you're like, house, lights. And, you know... Would you name your house? That way you didn't have to just say house. I would probably name mine something like Darla or...
Does their house have to be a girl?
Yes. For me it does.
Like
I mean, what, do you want to walk in and be like, hey, Bobby, turn the lights
Jarvis.
on?
We got Jarvis. Jarvis, hit me up. Sarah?
Okay, I know Jarvis is... Okay, Jarvis is
Wait,
Iron
what's
Man.
Sarah from?
Sarah is from Eureka.
Oh, I've never watched Eureka.
Yeah. I would totally name my smart house.
Remember the Disney Channel movie?
Yes,
The
smart
Smart
house. I would.
She went crazy.
All right, chat. Here, I got a quick question. What would you name your smart house? Yes,
You controlled through your Xbox.
I'm totally going offset here, but I don't care. What would you name your smart house? Come on.
I think I would go with Jarvis.
What you can't use something that's well known.
Vicky. Just to piss off her sister.
All right. I'm thinking.
How is this nerd and newbie?
I don't know, but it's a funny conversation. Mine.
No! I'm naming my house Penny. 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 Penny.
Oh, I like Chris's. He'd name it Damn It, so he can walk in the house. Damn it, lights! I can just see it now. He walks out of the bathroom and he's like, hey guys, hang on a second. Damn it, flush! Whoa. And the whole house flushes.
Let's see here. One of the new standout features of Xbox One is the ability to switch between games, live TV, and applications seamlessly. The service called Instant Switching allows users to hop between whatever content they want to enjoy just by simply commanding such as watch TV, watch movies, or Xbox. Go to Internet Explorer. I'm going to be hoping that I can change that to eventually Xbox, go to Google Chrome. This will be coupled with a new feature.
If it's Internet Explorer, do you think they'll ask me if I want to download a toolbar every 4 seconds? Would you like to download Xbox toolbar? No!
Or wait, while it's loading, do you get an Alex Clear song?
Continue.
Let's see here. This will be coupled with a new feature called Snap Mode to create personalized content streaming to suit individual tastes. Now that can get sketchy when your friends are around. You go Xbox on and you hear hello, and all of a sudden all your porn pops up at the bottom.
Oh, that would revolutionize porn. Your friends wouldn't have to be worried about touching your keyboard anymore because you have no keyboard.
This is gonna be bad.
There's
enough lonely nerds out there.
Can you imagine some guy walks in, hey Rebecca, hi.
They're gonna name their Xbox Rebecca.
It's like, can you turn on YouPorn for me?
Rebecca, open favorites / YouPorn.
Oh, don't you just want to talk? Shut up!
Snap mode will display two applications alongside one another. In the example given on stage, live TV could be viewed on the left half of the screen while the user then snapped Internet Explorer to the right half of the screen.
Seriously, though, do you want to play with something like that, doing like the Tony Stark style? Like, hey, what?
So I'm being admonished here because that's where we went instead of with live fantasy football updates. Which, again, I do, but only about through half of the season before I start getting my butt stomped.
I don't do fantasy football anymore.
I do fantasy football. Skype is going to be involved in the new Xbox. Let's see here. What else? The major announcement to come out of Xbox was a M equals partnership to develop a live-action Halo series.
They already have that.
No. Televised. Not YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Well, and not Netflix. An announcement by the head of 343 Industries, Bonnie Ross. The goal of this series is to evolve storytelling by merging TV with interaction. The project is being co-developed by, wait for it, Steven Spielberg.
By the way, I just got to the episode where they named the kid. The middle name was, wait for it.
With input from 343 Industries. Currently titled Halo, the television series. Gotta give them props on that name. Good props. I mean, damn. This will be Microsoft's first attempt at creating live-action content exclusively for Xbox One platform.
Xbox High Five?
Alright! And then there's a whole lot of jargon and talking and videos in this.
My God, what a freaking article.
After E3, we will discuss so much more of this because a lot more will come out.
I'm going to let you drive for a little while.
I will say that I need more space then. I will say that we use SourceFed a lot for stuff like this, so go check them out. And they give a lot more details. They got hot nerd chicks, so yeah.
Trisha Hirschberger, marry me.
You're already married.
We'll move to
Saskatchewan.
I don't think it's legal there.
Oh, it's teaser.
Alright, so this week in the Noob versus the Asian chick winner. Last week's was the Asian chick. That was our theme. You picked Psylocke, I picked Chi-Chi, and you got Psylocke won by double. Because I did not roll. Hang on, let's see. I got an 11. You roll.
Why?
Just roll. Oh.
Wait, here. I'll roll this one.
Wait, that's not the same kind. Now I have to roll. Got a 20.
Oh, nat 20. Nice.
Go for it. You roll.
I can't roll a nat 20.
16. Alright, so when he comes up with who we're supposed to be...
No.
I get to go
it's
first.
Whoever can come up with a name
Alright,
first.
so the theme this week will be magical warfare. Good guys or bad guys use that. Doctor Strange.
That was fast. Okay, Doctor Strange, magical versus Dr. Fate.
He's a big weenie. They keep tricking him into taking the helmet off.
But he's the same voice as the guy.
They keep tricking him into going, okay, fine.
But he's a lord of chaos and a lord of order.
Yeah, Doctor Strange is cool. I think I'm going to win on this one.
Dr. Fate.
Doctor Strange.
I got Dr. Fate.
Doctor Strange.
Or we could go with those. I'm changing to Gandalf.
No, you already said...
I'm changing to Gandalf.
You already said Dr.
I'm
Fate.
changing to Gandalf.
You already said Dr.
Gandalf.
Alright, fine. I'm changing.
To
Dumbledore.
Woo! I like it. Yes! Dumbledore versus Gandalf. Go.
He's trying to type all this into the doc. He's like, give it. Let's see how he spells it. Dumb. Come on, you can do it.
Come on.
He's Googling it right now. What do you want to bet he's Googling it?
Dumb
battle.
We're out of here real quick.
Duh. Now we've just got Duh versus Gandalf. Dumbledore. That's like
Choosing your favorite Wonder Twin?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I would be your favorite Wonder Twin.
No, I would be the favorite Wonder Twin.
Now, what does this one say? Dumb Abul?
Dumb Abdul.
Just use Google already.
There is Dumbledore. White or gray, Gandalf, though, Greg? I'm going with Gandalf the White. Of course.
Uh-huh.
It's later on. It's towards the end. Although, still one of my favorite movie scenes of all time.
You shall not pass!
I can't even do it. He does it so epically.
Yeah, see, I'm going to say that Dumbledore wins, but because for something like 13 years, he planned his own death.
Yes, but he died and didn't come back. Gandalf comes back.
He will never die completely because his ass is in a picture frame in the headmaster's office.
Yeah, he's dead.
No, he's not.
He's dead, Jim.
No, he's not. He conquered his death because he conquered Voldemort. Even though he was already dead, Voldemort couldn't use the wand correctly. I win.
Gandalf helps defeat Sauron. I win.
Sauron?
He takes over.
Sauron? You know who
takes over.
Sauron got beat by?
He takes over everything.
You know who Sauron got beat by? A hobbit.
He didn't get beat by the
A
hobbit.
hobbit with a ring. He threw the ring into a pit of lava, which is like throwing it into a thing of chili. He got beat by a hobbit.
Alright, we're skipping Comic of the Week this week because I read a couple of trades, he read a couple of trades, but we did not read the same thing this week.
No.
Although I did finish the original All-Star Superman, like actually reading through it. It took a lot of stuff out of the movie they made. Very good book.
Okay.
Very good book. So we're going to move down into coming attractions.
I'll give my quickie review for the Fast and the Furious. 6.5.
Really? That low?
The action on it was good. Sometimes too fast. Don't get me wrong.
You can't get too fast or too furious.
Don't get me wrong. I would go watch this movie again.
Yeah, but with a 6.5, you would go watch it again.
Yes.
Okay.
The action in this movie, I
believe you got a what?
I give a 9.
No.
Wait. Okay. I give the action a 9. This movie on action was amazing. Story? You know what? I'll even give the story like a 7. 7 or 8.
So that
maybe.
brings you up to about an 8.
Okay. However, I'm going to call it real ability.
Uh-huh.
Like a 4. Okay?
Look.
Spoiler!
Paul
Dude
Walker
jumps out of a car.
Possibly have hair like that forever. Of course,
guy jumps out of a car, moving like 80 miles an hour, jumps off of it over a bridge, catches Letty, and then slams into the windshield of a car, and then gets up and goes, "Hey." I mean, no! And then you've got them jumping off of airplanes into cars, and it's not hurting them at all. No! I don't think so. This movie has no... That was the whole problem with this movie, it just was not believable. That, and there was one scene that actually did bother me, because, like, through all these movies, you've not really seen a whole lot of collateral damage. Yeah, there's been some wrecks, but there's a tank in this movie, and it straight up runs cars over.
Yeah.
Like, with no thought of what's going on in those... I don't know, my brain just always goes to those poor people on the interstate. Like, people just getting run over.
That's what I always think when Superman goes through a building.
Yeah, true that. And so, I mean, there's just the believability of this movie was just none. It just wasn't there.
So it drops it down to a 6 for you.
Wait, that, and, you know, for the
first... Is he being overly sensitive on this?
For the first...
Yes.
How many were there? 4 or 5 of them? Now? I don't know.
5? This would have been
They
6.
were the bad guys?
Yeah.
they were the lovable bad guys. And this one, they were the good guys fighting the bad guys. Like, they literally were the A-team. I mean, or not the A-team. They really were the Justice League of, Fast and Furious, whatever. They were hired to actually take out some, these other people. It was just, it felt really, really scripted. Like, badly.
Alright. Got a couple other reviews here, if I can make this mouse work. Good God.
But again, I will say that I would go watch that movie again because I did like it.
One of our regulars, I don't believe he's in today, Rich Fox, he sent us a review, and we told you guys if you sent us reviews, we were going to try to add them in. So here's his quickie. I need you to press the shift button.
Why, you can't read that?
No, it's too big.
Oh, just scroll over, genius.
Fast and Furious 6 is an action-packed movie with all the characters from all the movies that came out in the series. My favorite scene from the movie was when they were on the freeway and they were chasing the bad guys, had a tank.
And Rome said, I have a tank on my ass,
Rome.
Someone do something.
Rome. I forgot his name was Rome.
Yeah.
I really like the movie and we'll see it again. I recommend this movie as a must-see. See, he breaks it down too. The movie story is a 9 out of 10. Action is a 10 out of 10, making it overall 9 out of 10 for him.
It's just that believability factor. That and the end scene on that it made me think of Die Hard. Wasn't there Die Hard with the airplane?
Yes, that was
like 2.
I don't know.
Was it 2?
No. That one was more recent. I don't remember. The producer's review for Fast and Furious 6. Apparently, I'm the only one who didn't get to see it. Another weekend, another box office hit. They just keep coming. Let me ask you: do you like cars, women, action, a few laughs?
That and the women had no boobs. Like,
but they got booty.
I'm a boob guy.
But they got booty.
There was booty, but seriously, are there not any car chicks out there that happen to have a little bit of rack up top? I mean, at all. All these girls were like nothing. So continue. Except for Gina Carano. I actually liked her in this one. I did not like her in Haywire.
Yes.
I thought Haywire was weird.
I did too.
In general.
The music took me out of Haywire.
I actually liked her in this movie. I can now see her being in a female version of Expendables.
Can I?
Go ahead.
Okay. Like the last 5, with the exception of Tokyo Drift, this one does not disappoint. Now, I'll admit I was worried about how or why Letty was going to work with the bad guys, but they wrote that very well. Brian and Mia have their baby. His name is Jack. Now imagine having Uncle Dom. That would be awesome. I don't want to drag this out, so I'll say this. There are some shocks and surprises, and yes, not one, but 2 main characters die in this movie. Please don't tell me who. As always, this cast all have their moments in the spotlight. Sometimes something funny. Hobbs gets called Hulk. Captain America and Samoan Hulk. Does Justin Lin know something we don't? Anyways, we make sure and stay after the credits. There will be a Fast 7, and oh my God, the villain is.
Wait for it. Let me tell you who it is.
I think I know who it is. Isn't it Jason Statham?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Go watch and come back.
Ooh, and they're using Jason Statham to tie in Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, I heard that. Let's see here. He left with an overall 9 for this.
I'm sorry. You cannot have a dude. Like, there wasn't just
dude. I'm suddenly Canadian.
A dude, you cannot have people jumping out of cars at 60 miles an hour and have no consequences. They weren't even scratched, like, at all. And I mean, I can understand The Rock. I get that the guy is a tank built in a human body. I got that.
Do you have a man crush?
Not a him, no. What?
Are you a Channing Tatum fan?
A little bit. There's just so much in this that just is unreal. It's like when they did Mission Impossible 3. Everybody was like, "Oh no, none of that stuff can happen." Yada yada. Everybody kind of hated on it. It was still a good movie. You still watch it today if it comes on. This is the same thing for me. I think the movie has no believability. I think it's a good movie, but no believability at all.
Okay, so your box office this week was Fast and Furious was almost 100 million. Hangover Part 3 with 42, so it's half there. Star Trek is still pulling in 38. Epic pulled in 34. And Iron Man is still pulling in close to $20 million this week.
So, that's it for our long section of the show, which apparently went way longer than I would have thought.
I don't know what time it is. So.
I don't either. My phone is dead, remember?
I got this.
I don't have a stick up my butt. I just think that even the one where they pulled the freaking the safe, the last one where they pulled the safe out of the
That
wall,
was cool.
I would believe that over the shit they did in this one. Alright?
Did John Woo direct this?
No, it was probably fucking Michael Bay. Stupid Michael Bay.
Okay, so we're going into the short box today. First thing up is Marvel news. We've got a couple articles here that are pretty cool. We're gonna go with how many times I can say
the top greatest Avengers villains of all time. We're just gonna go through and read about these.
We're not gonna read into them. If we don't know who they are, we'll read into them.
Right. Number 10, Taskmaster.
I do know who he is. He's been featured on the Spider-Man cartoon.
Really?
Yeah, he's like he anticipates everything ahead of time.
Ultimate Spider-Man?
Yes.
I've only seen one season, so.
Yes, he's in there. Number 9 is Korvac. I don't know who Korvac
Michael Korvac may have been the most powerful foe the Avengers ever faced, though he began life as a lowly computer programmer. The alien conquerors, known as the Badoon, transformed him into a cyborg, inadvertently setting him on the path to ultimate power. After attempting to analyze and understand the world-eating entity... Dude! The world-eating entity... Galactus' vast knowledge of the universe, Korvac accidentally exposed himself to the power cosmic, a nigh omnipotent force capable of reshaping reality. Originally intending to remake Earth as Utopia, Korvac's inevitable conflict with the Avengers and the Guardians of the Galaxy sent him on a path of destruction. Our devastation left both the Avengers and the Guardians dead in its wake.
And we'll just
I need to read that storyline. I need to read that one.
Alright.
Agamemnon, if you know this one, you think you could find me a good comic set with him in it? Maybe describing his whole thing?
Scarlet Witch, which is true. She was a bad guy before she was a good guy.
Yeah, she was.
Norman Osborn. He's a great bad guy, period.
You said he's Iron Patriot?
Iron Patriot, yeah.
Okay.
Eventually, I think he takes over S.H.I.E.L.D. for a while.
Apparently he disbands S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yep. Thanos is only number 6.
Oh, that's probably not good. The hulking, scowling despot of Titan is possessed of a singular obsession, an obsession with death itself.
Which is why he grinned at the in the end of Avengers when they said to threaten Earth is to court death. That's the whole joke. Death is a character in the Marvel Universe, and he's been trying to hook up with her for years.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Kree and Skrull.
They're the shapeshifters, and like Captain Marvel, he's a Kree.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Look, didn't even look. It's right down there.
What's that? Captain Marvel. I don't know who Captain Marvel is, but
that's Captain Marvel.
Okay. Then we've got Baron Zemo and the Masters of Evil.
They were played really well in the Earth's Mightiest Avengers. The one that was on Disney XD. Last year.
Watch it.
It was really good. Like I bought Trent all of the DVDs for it. Let's not lie to ourselves. I bought me and Trent all of the DVDs for that.
Though the endearingly dastardly collective hasn't always been led by a Zemo, the connection between the villainous dynasty and the Masters of Evil is
inextricable.
Thank you.
How can I say that and not say the word "the"?
I don't know. Founded by the elder Zemo, the former Nazi scientist Heinrich, as a force to oppose the newly founded Avengers and, by extension, Zemo's old nemesis, Captain America. That's pretty neat. Hey, isn't Zemo the guy that was in Captain America?
No, that was the... Oh, no, you're thinking of...
the guy they arrested.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't think of his name.
Okay.
I can't think of his name.
Loki is number 3.
Enough said. Everybody knows who Loki is at this point. One of the best bad guys.
Zola.
Zola, yeah, Armin Zola.
Number 2 is Kang.
Kang the Traveler, Nathaniel Richards, otherwise known as the son of Mr. and Mrs. Fantastic.
Hey, wasn't he the one that also comes back as a...
He comes back as a bunch of people.
Well, like, he
at
comes
times
back as a
appearing
younger
as
self?
Scarlet Centurion, Ramatut, Victor Timely, Iron Lad, and Immortus. Kang comes back as a dozen people. Kind of interested to see who says.
I really should read that.
Oh, yeah, Ultron.
Ultron.
Ultron is the ultimate baddie, and in fact, in one of our favorite animated shows, it features, kills him.
Yeah. His horrific visage strikes terror into the hearts of even the bravest of men. The utterance of his name alone is enough to send many heroes cowering in awe. I really want to read the Age of Ultron, by the way.
It'll come out there. It'll come out in a trade, I'm sure.
Yeah, I want to read that. So that was a good list. I like that.
Alrighty.
I kind of agree with that.
I do. I think he's down there far enough.
Avengers, the Korvac Saga, 2 trays is the starting point for Korvac. Thank you, sir. Could you happen to send me that tweet? Like, just go ahead and just send me that and DM me that or something, and I'll look that up later.
Just a quick story. It looks like Anant Singh, the chairman of Cape Town's film studios, was featured in a bulletin on the Cape Town radio station 5FM. Really? 5? FM. How do you even dial that? Mine starts at 80.
I don't know.
His big reveal was that Marvel Studios has been in touch and are interested in filming some of the next Avengers film in the area, which is in Africa.
It wasn't entirely clear if this meant the Cape Town studio facilities or on location, but I'd be very surprised if it isn't the latter. Why go to Cape Town when you have a deal in place to use UK studio spaces? Where's your remote there, genius?
I got it. And boom. You should probably figure out how to turn that off.
Brick Crusher chat. No, we will probably not be playing Minecraft. I just didn't change it off the game.
But so I think they will. I think Black Panther is coming. So I think that is definitely on its way. Just another quickie news here.
Jeremy Renner will not be recast. Hawkeye will not be recast. Jeremy Renner will return as Hawkeye in future Marvel Studios installments, and that the actor is still very much part of Marvel's movie making plans. Blah, blah.
Inside's article here, but basically that's all I need to know is I liked him as Hawkeye. I like Jeremy Renner.
Yeah.
I believe he's becoming the guy that comes in to take over a franchise, though. Like I've said it before.
He's only taking over one.
He needs to go ahead and take over Mission Impossible.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I think Ethan Hunt's been doing it too long. It's time to give it to somebody else. And I think he could do it for a while.
Maybe.
Moving on. Not talking much about it. Is Cap 2 really Nick Fury versus S.H.I.E.L.D.? Now
this was found by Anthony Whitehouse, who I believe is in our chat. Say hi if that's you. When the title of the sequel, Captain America: The First Avenger, the sequel to Captain America: The First Avenger was first revealed back at SDCC 12, fans were ecstatic, and all eyes turned to comic book writer Ed Brubaker. He's the individual behind turning lithe and agile sidekick Bucky Barnes into the badass rogue assassin known as the Winter Soldier. However, Brubaker pretty quickly revealed that the announcement was a complete surprise to him. That's somewhat strange. Not to say that Brubaker has to work on the script or anything, but it's weird that he had absolutely no inkling of what was coming. Besides the title, the next bit of pertinent info came from Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige, who said the film is a political thriller. But that little bit of info doesn't point anyone towards the
1988 6-issue miniseries Nick Fury vs. S.H.I.E.L.D.
written by Bob Harris. With art from Paul Neary. Indeed, for the last few months, I've been patiently gathering clues about the plot of Captain America: The Winter Soldier, and I think I've cracked the code. The very first clue came when the actor Kalen Mulvey from Zero Dark 30, 300, Rise of the Empire was pegged as playing Jack Rowlands in the film. From here, one clue after another emerged to slowly reveal that the Harris miniseries is definitely the source material being used for the film. Scroll down. Clue number 1. Callan Mulvey as Jack Rowlands. Clue number 2 is that Robert Redford would be portraying Alexander Pierce, another character that hails from Marvel Comics' rich history. Number 3,
Samuel L. Jackson
has just left makeup and is heading back to his trailer. Notice the gigantic bump bruise on his head. That would seem to indicate that old Nick is definitely getting in on more of the action this time around. Clue number 4. A banged up Fury and 2 characters that first debuted Nick Fury versus S.H.I.E.L.D. At this point, it wouldn't necessarily be foolish to think the film borrows some philosophical elements from the comic book miniseries. And number 5, remember the confrontation between Black Widow, Scarlet, and Captain America and Jasper Sitwell. Well, Jasper Sitwell is one of
dear
the
God,
first,
she has long hair back. Thank you.
Is one of the first S.H.I.E.L.D. agents to be revealed as a
Deltite.
Alright, there you go. Clue 6.
We'll let them read the rest of the clues.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff, so it looks like we're going to be getting Nick Fury versus S.H.I.E.L.D.
Whoop.
Where's the chat there, genius?
I don't know where everything went.
And close that page.
What was that?
It's just a pop-up. There we go. Advanced life model decoy. Oh. Oh.
Okay. Arnim Zola talks about more Winter Soldier. Toby Jones. Let's see if he says anything interesting.
Jones plays Arnim Zola, right hand.
All I can say about it is that I was pleased to be brought back. I thought I might be because, you'd know better than I do, but Zola finds a way to defeat time, and you won't be disappointed with the way he's been treated in the film. That's what I would say. I hope they bring him back as a head and a body.
Is that what he is? A head and a body. What?
Yeah, Zola is he's here. In
like
a
Krang?
robot. Yeah, Krang and yes.
Well,
alright, the next one. This one was kind of big this past week. There are going to be 2 Quicksilvers in the Marvel movie universe.
Okay.
One will be with Fox in X-Men Days of Future Past, and the other one will be in Avengers 2. X-Men Days of Future Past
that's gonna be bad.
has already hired their guy. Evan Peters is joining X-Men Days of Future Past as Quicksilver.
Okay.
Not a whole bunch to be said. There's their Quicksilver.
Alright.
But there's a big argument going on who can make the better Quicksilver at this point.
That's not good. I'm not liking that.
I don't either.
I think that guy should get his agent to find a way to get him to play both characters.
Oh, definitely. I completely agree. I understand it's a business.
Right.
But I think only everyone could profit if they would just work together.
Well, duh.
I just don't. I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay.
We recently learned that Quicksilver will be appearing in Joss Whedon's next Avenger film alongside his sister. It almost reads like a declaration of war to hear he's also going to turn up in Fox's next X-Men picture, which we soon hear that Scarlet Witch is in. Well, will we soon hear that the Scarlet Witch is in it too? There may have been an outside chance, I suppose, that Marvel and Fox would collide to create
collude to create shared interpretations of the character, but Singer's tweet seems to put paid to that.
If he's a really fast kid in the 70s, I don't know how he'd be Joss Whedon's planned 20-something.
Already.
Oh, they're having a nerd fight. It's a nerd fight. Nerd fight 5.
No.
Don't leave me hanging, bro.
No.
I'm not putting this arm down. You bet you will give me a nerd fight 5.
You've been watching How I Met Your Mother too much.
I'm going to throw this dice at your head. Nerd fight 5. Thank you.
Guardians of the Galaxy plot and villain details. John C. Reilly's role revealed. See, I can say the good words. Let's see. Let's find the key details in here. First of all, let's address Roman Day. According to HitFix, Marvel has made an offer to John C. Reilly to take up the part, the Agent Coulson of the Guardians movies. In the comics, though, Day is the head of the Nova Corps, so that's going to be his part. Let's see here. What else we got? I want bad guy. Give me bad guy. Give me bad guy. Did you see bad guy?
The villain of the film, according to the current info, is Michael Rooker as Yondu, who, as I previously understood it, was a member of a different Guardians lineup in the comics and not just some kind of space pirate. But yes, Marvel Movieverse rewiring has often been pretty dramatic, but it's almost always effective.
Also billed as a villain in the role that Lee Pace has taken, but we don't know yet just who that is. Interesting, though, it's suggested that he's being set up for his own spin-off movies, at least in theory. Not that Marvel are looking to make a movie named for and centered around a bad guy. Guardians will see the character switching sides. Okay, that's kind of cool.
I like that.
A bad
Big
guy
article you guys need to go read.
Bad guy to a good guy is always a cool story.
You mean like Hal Jordan and
We're
Green
skipping
Lantern?
the next one because it's even more Cap 2 crap.
Alright.
A little bit of gaming news. Sonic the Lost World for Wii U and 3DS was announced.
Either of those. I think you just upset Les.
Nah.
Apologize.
I skipped a story and it's about Captain America.
He said it was about Cap, not crap.
Nintendo has announced Sonic Lost World as the first title of the new exclusive partnership between the Mario creator and Sega for its upcoming Sonic title. So that's kind of cool. New Sonic games. Trent loves Sonic, so I might have to get him a DS, a 3DS to play.
So what you're saying is you need an excuse to buy something to play Pokemon on.
No, I can take his other Game Boy. More information on these will come out at E3. God, E3, our E3 episode's gonna suck.
Why?
It's all gonna be gaming.
Uh,
Next up is Kevin Conroy is not coming back for the voice of Batman in Arkham Origins. That makes me very
you
sad.
need to apologize.
Why?
Because apparently you said Cap was crap.
No, I did not say Cap was crap. I said that we already talked about all that crap. But not that Cap is crap. Alright, look. Don't be so sensitive, nerds. We'll uprise. You can uprise.
Oh, wait, look. Oh, did you see it? It said voice 5.
Shut up.
Oh.
Seriously. You're replaceable? No, I'm not. I'm part of the twin thing. Wonder Twin powers
Voice actors for
activate.
Batman. Arkham Origins revealed Conroy not returning after all. Yesterday we ran a story where we concluded that famed Batman voice actor Kevin Conroy would be returning to the role. That is apparently not correct. What?
Slow down just a hair.
Sorry. Conroy comments about working on the next Arkham game do bring up an interesting point. Will the actor voice a different character in Arkham Origins, or is Rocksteady in fact working on a true sequel to their Arkham City title where Conroy will voice Batman? We may not know for some time, but check back here for confirmation on the matter in the future.
Well, that kind of sucks. That's my Batman.
Yeah. You know who should play Batman?
Batman?
Me. Because you want to know why?
I'm already Batman. You've never seen us in the same room twice.
I'm Batman.
Okay, next up, a little bit of movie news. Just not necessarily news. Just
another top 10.
Another top 10.
We like our top 10s here.
We originally I didn't like doing them, but they're kind of fun to do.
The top 10, according to Crave Online, the top 10 awesome blockbuster ensemble cast.
Number 10.
Ocean's 11.
Oh, they're honorable. Awesome. Ocean's 11 crew, which I agree. That's a good crew.
Yeah.
Number 10 is Back to the Future's crew.
Amen.
Yes. Number 9, The Avengers.
Amen.
Ghostbusters, number 8. I think that's too low for them.
Yeah, that may be a little
I think
too
it's
low.
definitely too low for those guys. Number 7 is Harry Potter. See, I could swap those if I wanted to.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Harry Potter. It depends on who you include in there, because I mean, there's only the 3 that really, in my opinion.
Okay.
Star Wars trilogy at number 6.
Amen.
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 All right. Number 5 was The Lord of the Rings.
Half of them die. But okay.
Number 4 is
The new Star Trek.
The new Star Trek.
I
Yes.
agree. High enough for them.
Yeah,
I think
agree.
Ghostbusters should be closer to this, but I agree. Number 3 is the old Star
The
Trek
original
crew.
Star Trek crew.
I also agree. Good peoples.
Number 2 is the Dark Knight trilogy.
I never thought of this as an ensemble cast.
I wouldn't
I thought
consider
it was
the
a
whole trilogy as an ensemble cast.
Yeah, but I just don't see it.
Okay. Number 1, The Godfather. Okay, see, now
No, dude.
never watched it.
I've sat and watched all 3 of these repeatedly.
Really?
Good movies.
Never watched them.
Intense movies.
Unfortunately, I've never watched them. Actually, if we can go back to our list.
What list?
Go back to the show notes. Scroll down. Just remember where you were. Keep going, 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 keep going.
We're going, Lady Club.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Question of the week was... No. What was it? Oh, no, never mind. Sorry, go back up.
What am I doing here?
Never mind. I was looking for something and I missed it.
Okay.
Alright, so the next thing up is Assassin's Creed movie hits theaters Memorial Day.
This on Reddit, so go for it.
It hits Memorial Day weekend 2015.
In 2 years!
A couple of exciting Friday night release dates announcements. The biggest one being that the movie based on Ubisoft's popular video game Assassin's Creed, starring Michael Fassbender. Amazing. Will be released over Memorial Day weekend 2015.
You've gushed over a few too many men today.
I also talked about Gina Carano.
Oh, okay. All of which could still whoop your ass.
So far, no director has been announced for the movie, but with a date in place, one would expect that will change shortly. Also, 20th Century Fox has stepped in to distribute one of the more anticipated video game movies in recent years through their deal with co-producer New Regency Pictures. They also have grabbed a date that's wide open with no competing releases, though it will open 3 weeks after Marvel's The Avengers 2. And anyone who knows the general release date for previous Star Wars movies might think JJ's Star Wars Episode 7 could be released a week before Memorial Day that same year.
So, overall, I'm just waiting for screenshots of that.
Yes, yes, yes.
The next one I was told to make you read.
Oh, no. Not reading it. You do it.
It's our chick news.
Not
50
even looking
Shades
at it.
of Grey. Chris Evans is rumored for the movie. Anything?
Nope.
Anything?
Nope.
Anything?
Nope.
Anything?
Nuh-uh.
Nothing?
Nuh-uh.
Anyone in the chat?
No.
Ladies? All
I will
ladies?
quote the page just says yummy. Wouldn't be my first choice, but okay.
It's gonna have boobs. We're gonna see it. It's gonna have boobs.
You know what? I told you last week, if it's rated R because it has boobs, I will probably go see it.
Okay, here's something I didn't actually expect.
Transporter is just a different version of Fast and the Furious.
The Transporter revs up for 3 more movies. Oh my god, how many more times can he pick up something and drive it somewhere and then still sleep with it?
And still sleep with it.
At some point, it's going to be a farm animal, and he's still going to sleep with it.
Transporter 9, Sheep Time.
Expect the Transporter to return to a theater near you at least 3 more times. Luke Benson's company, Europa Corp, announced at the Cannes Film Festival. That's a lot of freaking people. That it has partnered with Fundamental to co-finance, produce, and distribute the Transporter 4, 5, and 6.
As part of a 3-year deal announced in July.
Okay, I mean, fine, sure, whatevs.
Apparently Transporter 2 was a kid and he didn't sleep with her, he protected her.
But he would have totally slept with the mom.
What will Wesley Snipes, Steven Seagal, and Jackie Chan be starring in?
I didn't have to click this to know it, but I'm going to. Expendables 3. Any old fart who used to be in a good movie.
Wait, I'll bet you Steven Seagal is going to be a New Orleans cop.
What? What does that mean they have to break Wesley Snipes out of prison?
Oh my god, we just wrote the movie.
Wait, so Seagal puts him in prison.
Oh.
And Jackie Chan is comedic relief. Or a chef that's an ex-Navy SEAL. Thank you. Good job on that one. Agamemnon. Alright. Time Cop reboot? Are you kidding me?
Apparently they have no original ideas anymore.
I mean, seriously. Crap.
Dark Horse Comics' Time Cop is headed back to the big screen. The Hollywood Reporter brings word that Universal Pictures is currently developing the property for a franchise reboot with Mark Schruller and Tom McNulty producing. What a dream to travel through time. Dark Horse's official description of the series reads, "You can change the past, the future, your future. Then imagine Max Walker, one of the Time Enforcement Commission's toughest and most extreme cops, but as nasty as Walker's methods are, even he may not be able to stop a nefarious plot to destroy the future as we know it.
So I was not aware this is a comic now.
You're going to go find it now, aren't you?
No. Not that interested. Next one is Dinobots to appear in Transformers 4. Grimlock, this
found
news.
by Agamemnon in our chat as well.
Grimlock news.
You read Grimlock.
I like Grimlock. Joe Blow have landed a pretty big scoop. According to them, several fan favorite characters from classic Transformers canon are set to pop up in Michael Bay's 4th installment. We haven't talked about Michael Bay in a while. Oh wait, no, we talk about him every week with Turtles. Joe Blow reckon they've learned quite a few details. I just want the details. Spoiler warning, where are we at here? That's right, folks. Our sources confirmed that Transformers 4 will feature none other than the famed Dinobots, including fan favorite Grimlock. No word on whether he'll retain his Neanderthal voice. He better, but one can only hope he does, as that's a true staple of the character.
I'm going to have to find a YouTube video of this.
What, of Grimlock?
Yeah.
Really?
Not right now.
Okay. One of the villains of the film will be a character named Lockdown, who has a ship full of decommissioned Transformers, including the Dinobots, which are somehow brought back to life by a captured Optimus Prime. Prime is joined by returning Autobots Bumblebee, and at one point, both characters will ride the Dinobots into battle in Hong Kong. Holy crap. I was good up until riding them into battle.
Grimlock like ride.
Alright, a little bit of space news here. Just a quickie. I thought this was funny when I found it.
Again, found by Agamemnon. The guy spends a lot of time.
I found this one too.
Oh. By Agamemnon and the nerd.
How much would it cost to build an Enterprise? And just a quickie. Where is it? Where's the total? I wanted the total. Where's the total? Holodeck would be super effing expensive. Photon torpedoes, the crew, which is like how many people they said? Going by a list of notable crew members, we can figure we need a minimum 11 people on this thing. 11? A recent agreement between NASA and Russia pinpoints the cost of flight training and shooting him into the Great Void at $70 million. Holy crap.
The total is, and I'm going to try and read this, 100,000.
And you didn't say 100.
$478,947,711,160.
It is, or 12.59% of the 2013 U.S. total budget.
Damn.
That's expensive for one ship.
Yeah, but think about the ship, though.
Yeah, but it says he only needs 11 people.
Right? Less people to die.
Another quickie news here.
Less that he'll donate $20.
Kickstarter!
Let's Kickstarter that shit.
Geek Tyrant reveals the new animated series Star Wars Rebels, which is essentially going to be replacing the Clone Wars. More than likely going to
So essentially they just make flip and pick the other side?
And it's going to be on Disney, I guess.
I would imagine.
It's going to feature stories in between the 2 decades between Episode 3 and Episode 4. So you have the opportunity of Vader, young Luke, young Leia, and then everything in between.
Cool. I may watch this.
I'm definitely going to watch it. Let's see here. What else we got?
Could we see a Star Trek 3? God, I hope so. I really, really do hope so. J.J. Abrams open to Star Trek 3. Ever since J.J. Abrams landed the directing job for Star Wars Episode 7, most in the industry have been assuming that his Star Trek directing days are done. However, when J.J. Abrams was asked during a Fandango interview if he thought he would ever do a Star Trek film again, he didn't discount the possibility. In regard to directing another Star Trek movie, Abrams said, "I don't know. The idea of working with these people again would be a thrill and a privilege. One of the reasons I wanted to do the second one was so I had a chance to work with this cast and crew again."
So yeah, I think he does it. I think for the first time you see somebody at the same time directing and or being involved with both franchises.
If he doesn't, I'm very upset. I would at least like to see a third one. You know, kind of put a cap on the franchise. You know.
Mm-hmm. This goes along with our long box feature earlier. DC's Green Lantern number 20 tribute to Geoff Johns from Neil Gaiman, Jim Lee, Richard Donner, Mark Strong, and Mrs. Jeff. It is a inside cover which it features stuff.
Go up. Let me read. Go up.
Right.
Tonight in Los Angeles is a gala to celebrate the work of Geoff Johns by the great.
Are you that broken up?
I'm a little broken up. And in this week's final Green Lantern issue from Geoff, some of them shared their thoughts in a series of multicolored tributes. They may have been skipped past as readers wanted to get on with the story, that very final story. So here they are in one place to read at a more leisurely pace.
And go check them out. There's stuff from all kinds of people, not to mention people who are involved in a whole bunch of other stuff.
Keep scrolling. I'm looking.
Mark Strong, you know, he was Sinestro. Wow, this is heavy.
Remind me to read that after we're done.
That's a cool article. Check it out, people.
I'm so sad that he's leaving. Really am.
DC to give away Superman number 1 imprint for Man of Steel Day. Well, that's kind of cool. They're going to give away DC to give away All-Star Superman number 1 imprint and
By the
digital.
way, that last story was found by Carrie. Go back to the doc.
Did it say it?
It did, and you didn't say it.
I apologize.
Both of these stories have been found by Carrie Gray.
DC are labeling Wednesday, June 14th as Superman Day, alongside the release of the Man of Steel movie in the U.S. and on the Friday, Bleeding Cool have previously noted how scenes from All-Star Superman by Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely, I just finished it, turn up in the movie, and it seems DC noticed too. So they're going to use this opportunity to do a free comic book day style thing, and give away the first issue of All-Star Superman. And speaking from somebody who just finished it, such an amazing story.
Oh, yeah? Alright, what's next? TV news. Last bit of the short box. Simpsons to get their own park at Universal Studios.
No way, man.
Yeah, man. Eat my shorts. I may have to make a trip down to Universal.
Universal?
Well, because I haven't been to the Harry Potter thing yet. I haven't been to Universal in years. And now a Simpsons park? Yes. I would go to a Krusty Burger in a heartbeat.
Dude, a roller coaster through a Krusty Burger where you see Krusty going
No, that's a scary place.
That's kind of cool. I'm kind of down for that.
Krusty Burger, high five!
Why are we high-fiving today?
Because I wanted to.
You've been watching How I Met Your Mother way too much.
And now we're moving on to the AV Club. We got some pictures. We're going to look at a couple of them. We are going to have all the links in the descriptions.
Only 3 pictures today.
The pictures, well, then we'll look at all 3 of them. First look at Mystique from X-Men Days of Future Past. Scrolling down, please. Yeah, I think it looks good. Like, it's Jennifer Lawrence half naked. I'm sorry, there's nothing bad about that.
There is nothing bad about that.
So, yeah.
Even with the slicked back hair, which makes her and Rebecca Romaine both look a little creepy, I still would not kick her out of bed for eating crackers.
I might. That's very uncomfortable. The next one is the Planet of the Apes sequel picture. A picture. It says it's a picture. What do we got here?
Apparently New York, overgrown.
Oh.
I haven't seen the first one. I haven't.
It's not too much until you guys make a slap bet.
We're not making a slap bet. Because I know better.
Hey, Greg.
No.
So, you know the Super Bowl next year? You want to not lose money? How about we do a slap bet? No.
Hulk smash. Hulk, eat a Snickers. Why? Because you turn into a rampaging Hulk when you're hungry. Better?
Better I am. That's pretty good. So, of course, we have Hulk eat Snickers.
And
Then
then
we've got some videos.
We're going to skip the videos because we can't play them.
We're not going to skip them, at least say some of them.
My picks are, let's see here, Justice League Flashpoint and We're the Millers.
Woo!
Jennifer Aniston plays a stripper. Enough said.
But she doesn't get naked.
She gets close enough, damn it.
She doesn't get naked. She should really get naked.
Machete kills.
Although, you know what's great is over the last few years, she's gotten more and more liberal with her use of her body. So I'm expecting a nude scene of some kind in the next, 10 years.
Question of the week last week was, you are the president of Marvel for Phase 3. You get 5 movies plus Avengers 3. What are your 5 choices? I really like this one. We've actually
got a lot.
Got some lists here, so
I'll read the first, you get second, back and forth.
Go for it.
Allison Buckner Clay says, my husband says Deadpool, Iron Fist, redo Daredevil, Nick Fury, and Doctor Strange.
Denny breaks the Lawler. Denny Lawler. Picks Deadpool, Cloak and Dagger, House of M, I love it, Civil War, and Ant-Man/Wasp.
Alright, we're getting that one. Anthony Whitehouse says Deadpool. Apparently, I skipped Deadpool. He says Deadpool, the struggles of being a cosmic entity.
Galactus.
Oh, Galactus, sorry. Uatu, the Watcher. Ant-Man, Hank Pym. The abusive husband with Janet Pym taking her revenge in true Bunny Boiling style. And the Thunderbolts.
Dave Townsend selects Deadpool. Good God. All the Deadpools.
Yeah.
Planet Hulk and Civil War trilogy. Ooh. Ryan Reynolds wants to play Deadpool. It's okay to skip it.
Les wants, okay, I've put some thought into this. First, after the Avengers 2, Hulk starring Mark Ruffalo, William Hurt, Liv Tyler, and Tim Blake Nielsen, and The Leader,
which was just left to do nothing with.
Next, Doctor Strange starring Jim Caviezel. Third, Black Panther starring Michael Jai White. Fourth, Captain America.
The Death of Captain America starring Chris.
Oh, I'm good with that. It's the death of Captain. Oh no, wait, he never dies.
Ant-Man starring Nathan Fillion. He creates Ultron, and there's your villain for Avengers 3. I completely agree that that's going to happen in Ant-Man.
Let's see. Oh, and Cap makes his return after dying halfway through Avengers 3, up until the point Nick Fury had Bucky as Cap.
Let's see here. Another one we got is The Runaways, Age of Apocalypse.
This is William McAmis. The Runaways, Age of Apocalypse, Planet Hulk, and World War Hulk, and Deadpool.
Shane Bacon Miller. I hope that's your middle name. Deadpool, Origins of Storm, Hulk, and Introduce She-Hulk. X-Factor, and Ghost Rider with Blade and Morbius, and throw in Nomad.
Alright. And Anthony Whitehouse says, again, my phase 3 is Thunderbolts, Nick Fury, Secret Weapons, Agent of Atlas, Hercules, and some sort of showdown between Red and Green Hulk, including the reveal of who the Red Hulk is. Plus, I
know who the Red Hulk is.
It's the General.
Yes.
Plus, the Noob answer. I gave my answers last week.
We gave our answers last week.
Okay.
Let's see here. This week's question is...
Let's see.
What is the best movie ending of all time, or Xbox One or PS4, and why? People will get this, but The Breakfast Club.
Best movie ending. Okay, so we're going to go with Xbox One or PS4 because I can't think of the endings. That's the problem. I mean, unless you want to go for the movie ending one. You want to give that a shot and get some answers? You know what? Let's do that. Guys, we're going to rely on you for this week. You're going to be our question of the week answers, not us. We're going to go with what is the best movie ending of all time? I'm apparently supposed to do some research.
Pulp Fiction or Reservoir Dogs?
I've got to watch Reservoir Dogs. I've seen
Pulp
Fiction. I will
say the ending of the Godfather movies is really good. Thank you. Somebody agreed with me. 2K?
That's Chris. 2K.
Oh.
He's Canadian, remember?
Ah, that's right.
Dark Knight Rises ending, Matrix Revolutions ending.
No, thank you. The pseudo Jesus ending in Matrix Revolutions didn't actually happen.
Armageddon is a pretty damn good ending.
That one makes me cry.
Well, even the other one, the one
Deep
with Morgan
Impact?
Freeman, that was a good one too.
Armageddon makes me cry.
Oh yeah, Armageddon makes me cry a lot.
I cry. I shed a tear.
Stranger Than Fiction, actually good. Yeah, that one's good. Ooh, the one I was talking to you about the other day with Jim Carrey.
Oh, The Truman Show.
The Truman Show, really good ending. I really, really like that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Karate Kid 1.
Yeah, I like this one. We're going to go with this one. So, shoot us your comments on Facebook. And I think
Rocky 4.
I think we got a show.
I think that was a good show. Guys, thank you for joining us this week on Nerd and the Noob, episode 37.
Our 1 year anniversary for doing the show is coming up rapidly. It's in, I think it's next month.
I don't know.
I think it's next month.
Which is funny because we don't have 52 shows.
I know, that's right. If you need to get in touch with us, we are on Facebook, we are on Twitter. Both of those are Nerd and the Noob. We have a Reddit page, and we have a subreddit, r/r/NATN. From now on, all of the show notes will be there, and only the minimum will be on the YouTube video.
I think the YouTube video is going to have the long box.
Everything down to
short box.
the short box.
Yeah.
You can hit us up on Twitter. My name is Greg, Gman0184.
I am opaque_mango.
You're too proud of that sometimes.
What?
Email us anything.
It's essentially like saying opaque, wait for it, mango.
Oh, jeez. Email us anything. Post on the Reddit. Post on Facebook. We try to use as much stuff as we can of y'all's.
I posted a question the other day and nobody answered it on Twitter.
What was it?
When you are by yourself and your imagination starts, and your imagination kind of takes off on you, what superhero or what superpowers do you imagine you having? So, like, you're just sitting, like, in your cubicle or something like that, and you're kind of just drifting off.
I created a comic book years ago, so that's the characters I come up with.
You get where I'm going with that? So, who are you playing? So who are you? Who are you as, like, what powers do you have?
Oh, let me kick him.
So yeah, I did that last week on Twitter and nobody answered.
Huh.
So I'm very upset about that.
Well, we apologize for that. But yeah, so thanks for coming out, and we hope to see you guys next week.
All right, peace
out.
There we go.